Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and HBAR. So let's just dive in and let's first start off with the top 10. So what I want everyone to do right now is to take a screenshot of the top 10 list here, because within the next couple months and even years ahead, we are going to see this drastically change. And I'm going to say one thing. I am extremely confident that HBAR will be in the top 10 within the next 2 years at least. If it is not, then hey, I am wrong and I will admit it. But there's just absolutely no way that HBAR does not find its way into the top 10. Why? Well, because we have seen so much happening on Hedera. We have seen DeFi absolutely exploding. We've seen transactions absolutely exploding. The network growth, demand, etc. has been very, very incredible to say the least. Now, one thing that I would love to note is where Hedera stands right now. So, as we focus on this tweet here from HBAR to the moon, we do see royalties are becoming a huge topic of conversation in crypto. But this is not the only thing that has been a big topic. For the last couple weeks, months, and even years, we have talked about Web3 on this channel. We've talked about sustainability. We've talked about the efficiencies of DLT technology. And as we focus on that, one winner continues to shine above all the rest, and that is Hedera. You could bring up everything that you want in terms of FUD. You could talk about the supply ratio. You could talk about the release of the supply. You can make up FUD about the insiders dumping HBAR tokens and this and that. But one thing that is clear is that the technology behind Hedera is superior than most within this space. And we do see once again Hedera has proven to be the DLT which gives the power and ownership back to the creator. No centralized player can make that decision. People will slowly realize that Hedera is the future of Web3. And it's not just that, right? You know, they are empowering creators. They're empowering individuals that want to support creators, but also be creators. Like, everything that we see on Hedera is to not only benefit the end user, but also to give power back to individuals that want to utilize, you know, the future web. Web3 is rising. Web3 is on its way, and it's only a matter of time before people start to realize just how large of an opportunity this is. Outside of what we typically see within crypto, gaming has started to kind of be a big thing, and we actually do see down here, this is from Blockonomy. Web3 gaming takes over 2023's top companies you don't want to miss. Lithos is one of them. This has been a game as well as a gaming studio that we've been watching closely. They are behind Ashfall as well as another one, I'm pretty sure. There's a couple games launching out on Hedera. They are going to be very exciting. We've been focused on them, but this is a new AAA entertainment studio that is utilizing Hedera to push the limits of what we can achieve. The collaboration between Lithos, Hedera, Getcoin, Zoom, and JustMaco exemplifies the limitless opportunities that Web3 can provide. And this is, yes, centered on Ashfall. I highly suggest you guys go check out things happening around Lithos. They have been doing incredible things. In fact, recently they started to post a ton of things over on their TikTok, and it's been blowing up over 2 million plus views on a lot of those videos, which is generating a ton of social media hype as well as getting the word out there. And this is actually from Spike Reacts, which is a Web3 content creator, and they have over 84,500 followers, and you can see the views down here and the interactions. I think that a lot of people are really kind of realizing that Lithos is no joke. In fact, we've focused on this for some time, and I'm very, very excited for Ashfall to fully launch. That has been a big game that we've been anticipating and waiting on for a while. These things do take time, but I think that this is going to be a big game changer, especially around Web3 gaming. But this is not the only game that is launching out on Hedera. There are so many other ones here as well. I mean, you could see all of the gaming use cases here, but Lithos definitely is one because it is a game studio. So they are going to be centered out on Web3 gaming and building more and more gaming platforms, well, I should just say games in general. So very exciting, and there's a lot more here. So again, As we focus on the gaming scene, yes, this is a big one, but there's so much more here as well. We talk about the Internet of Things, we talk about DeFi, all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff that we really kind of see a ton of value behind. It's only a matter of time before we start to see this Web3 momentum pick up even more than it has already and become the true next stepping stone of the internet. It's going to be very, very exciting. Now, also, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about a few things. So yes, as we do take a look at the power and the potential behind Hedera, specifically on technology, we've always talked about Ethereum versus Hedera because in this space, we always see the topic come up as, oh, this is going to be the next Ethereum killer. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, Hedera is the next Ethereum killer or anything like that. What I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about is just the power that Hedera is taking away from Ethereum. So LG, which we all know as a big, big company, shuns Ethereum, picks Hedera for television NFTs. And we've seen this really kind of already become a big thing. This got posted back in September. The reason why I bring this back up and the reason why I talk about it is because I want you guys to understand that as we focus on Ethereum and as we focus on the next evolution of crypto technology, and I even said this a lot even in my XRP videos, is that Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're just not suitable for most of these use cases that we see from the enterprise grade sector. In fact, as we focus on Hedera, a lot of the, efficiencies behind it are the ones that shine the brightest for these enterprise grade applications. For an example, they do mention the energy efficient consensus mechanism makes it the ideal blockchain for cheap, low carbon footprint NFT transfers. Still, other networks are catching up. Market leader Ethereum is moving to a more energy efficient proof of stake system this month, which again, we've seen it really isn't that big of a game changer, to be honest with you guys. But as we focus on what is behind Hedera in terms of the tech stack, I do think that it is the best suitable DLT for enterprise, institutional grade, and even retail grade use cases. Why? Because of the security behind it, the energy efficiency behind it, the cost, the speed, everything that we really want behind this technology. Hedera embraces, and that is a big, big game changer. Now, although we see, use cases like gaming and stuff like that taking over, what I really want to talk to you guys about is the next evolution of use cases, specifically centered out on financial leaders. So, like I said in that article, as we do focus on the efficiencies behind Hedera, one thing is clear: sustainability, energy efficiency. It is a big topic. In fact, that this has been a narrative that we focused on for the last 2 years because we started to see it become a big deal, especially even around governments, right? Bitcoin. A lot of them, a lot of what we've seen bearish narrative wise was we're going to be banning Bitcoin mining because of the energy efficiency and things like that around it. Again, it was more so sustainability being the question there. I think that this is a big topic. I think that this is a big area that we need to focus on. And I think that as we do focus on it, we need to pick the right technology leaders in this space, the ones that are sustainable, ones that are focused on energy efficiency, because, there's no reason why we need to have these networks and these technologies that are taking up a massive amount of energy. The entire Hedera network utilizes less energy than, a typical house. So how crazy is it that we have something like Hedera that has the scalability, the speed, the cost, all that kind of stuff associated with it, and it's using less energy than your house? That's just mind-blowing to me. Now, as we focus on that, right, let's take a look at a specific partner of Hedera. Now, Kevin Cage went in a little bit depth on this and said, to the guys that still call HBAR a scam at the lows in the bear market and don't research, quick reminder: Aberdeen, however you guys want to pronounce it, the global investment company which holds 508 billion pounds in assets, will first move to make Hedera the technology of choice for investment fund tokenization. CEO of HBAR Foundation recently said they're using Hedera to tokenize their money market funds and then their other funds, including real estate. And yes, this is a big game changer. The next few years are going to be interesting long term, even considering the circulating supply, utility, and billions of transactions on this network will show everyone the true potential of HBAR. And this is also where I talk about like the supply ratio. That 50 billion supply of HBAR all of that will be utilized within the network. And you're going to see why they need 50 billion HBAR in terms of the supply ratio. Again, enterprise grade, institutional grade, and retail grade adoption at mass is a big game changer, and you're going to see how big of a game changer it is. Now, yes, Aberdeen has been one of those companies that we've been focused on in terms of a use case because it is a very, very large use case. We've talked about it, we've broken it down. The reason why I bring this back up is because of the energy efficiencies. So Web3 as it does continue to grow and become a big, I don't want to say hype narrative, but Web3 has been hyped up quite a bit. I think that Web3 definitely is going to be huge, and it's going to boast a ton of efficiencies that we don't really see in the traditional world and also in traditional Web 2. But Aberdeen did focus on Hedera because of the tech stack behind it, operational efficiency, the environmental sustainability, and all that kind of stuff. The reason why is because of what they want to do with DLT and Hedera. Tokenization has been a big area of focus for them. But as you guys go and look at their website, you could see why they chose Hedera over everything else within this market. So first off, I do want to give you guys the numbers behind this. So operating in over 20 locations worldwide, managing $469.1 billion in assets for their customers across 80 countries. And we do see focus on fundamental research as well. ESG. So they are focused on ESG best practice, and extensive on-the-ground analysis helps us find the most sustainable future fit investment opportunities globally. So think about that, right? They want to find the most sustainable future fit investment opportunities globally. So is that why they are partnering with Hedera? Kind of makes you think, right? But also, as you guys do go over to their solutions tabs, you can see their solutions around the institutional grade area. So here is their overview. Asset managers today are responsible for more than just overseeing a pool of assets and trying to beat a benchmark. At Aberdeen, our clients are our partners. We listen to their individual goals and guide them towards new asset classes and investment approaches tailored to their specific needs. And here you guys have their clients list, corporate and public pension plans, endowments and foundations, and again, so much more here. Their approach, well, they are focused on what's happening around investment technology and investments and opportunities within the investment approach, which we all know could very well be the next evolution of DLT and crypto. I mean, like, I really do think that as we do focus on this technology class, it is going to be the next asset class that does reach, the $50 to $100 trillion plus market. And here you guys have their client list and how they evolved and, what they are focused on. You guys do see a lot of this. I really do think that as we do focus on some of these companies like Aberdeen or even other major names like BlackRock, for example, BlackRock recently just entered crypto last summer to offer this technology class to their major clients. It's only going to continue to expand through names like Aberdeen and BlackRock, etc. But you can see a few things here. Mainly, they do continue to mention one thing here, which is environmental, social, and governance concerns. All of that is focused on through Hedera. Hedera has made it, they made it their main focus initially on to fix the trilemma within crypto. And as we do focus on a lot of these companies like Aberdeen, which is a very large company, you could see just how large of an area of focus the environmental and sustainability factor plays into their approach. So as we do focus on this, I do think that every company, every corporation, financial institution, any company, it doesn't even have to be financial. Every single company is focused on this: environmental and also sustainability. This has been a big focus, and it's been a narrative that's become a big spotlight issue. And as we do focus on that, we kind of have to question, okay, well, who's going to be the leader that grasps a lot of attention around these companies that could ultimately help them become, carbon neutral or even possibly carbon negative? Well, Hedera has been focused on this. We've talked about this even with their energy approach with a lot of their energy solutions. even with like EDF. Their focus with EDF was to bring them to a carbon neutrality standpoint by 2050. This is why I do think that Hedera will be a leading name behind a lot of these corporations, these companies, these institutions, etc., because it just makes sense from a sustainability factor. Like sustainability, although a lot of people just like completely write it off, the problem here is that these companies are not. It is becoming a standard that they need to meet around sustainability. So this is going to play a vital role, and I do think that this is also going to open the door for a lot of money to flow into Hedera's hands. We're going to see a lot of demand for the network, and we're already kind of seeing that now. So yeah, I do think that this is a big focus point. Do I think that Hedera is becoming a Web3 leader? I think that they've already been a Web3 leader for a very long time. And it's only a matter of time before we do see it in the top 10. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.